Welcome to the ReploidProductions Halloween Until Thanksgiving special. From this point on, every single video that we post will be Halloween oriented until Thanksgiving. Why? Because Christmas takes forever. Why shouldn't Halloween take forever? What are we doing to start this big special off? I've always had a bit of a question. I'm more or less the huge movie buff in terms of especially the horror genre. Now, there might be one other person on staff who comes close, and if I had to say so, that would probably be Seth, especially in the horror genre. Now, what am I thinking about here? I've always been a fan of things like Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, but movies evolve and change with the times, and monsters have done the exact same thing. Frankenstein essentially became Jason Voorhees, and well, our modern day equivalent to the Dracula of the 1930s would probably be Freddy Krueger. This sounds like a stretch to some people, but I'll explain this in greater detail as we go along. So what am I looking to do here? I want to have a throwdown. Now, since I don't have a major, huge budget here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the chairs, just like we always have, and we are going to debate the monsters on their powers, abilities, and movies. That's it. Only movie knowledge is going to be allowed in classic versus modern horror monster throwdown. Now, the way that we do this, if the Predator is the Predator, he's the Predator from the first movie. That's how strong he is, how durable he is, how fast he is, all knowledge taken only from the first movie. Versing, let's say, the creature from the Black Lagoon, his equivalent from the 1940s. Now, this will of course only be the first creature movie. So, we have a lot of movies to go through, so now it's time to pick teams. Alright, step one, we need to choose movies. For every single classic monster that we put into play, a modern day equivalent counterpart has to be put into play to, of course, battle him. So now we have the tiring task of going through all of this and more to decide who fights who, what's a fair fight, and what's completely ridiculous.
King Kong versus Chucky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
King Kong versus Chucky is out of the question.
That is so full of wind.
I'm gonna stand in
Oh no!
front.
Oh no! See, because we do King Kong versus Chucky, and then we do King Kong versus Godzilla, because it'd be the exact same fight.
Look, it's
It should also be noted that should you choose a Dracula, you can choose one Dracula. If you choose Bela Lugosi, that's the one that we're watching, that's the one that comes into the fight. That means any other iteration that has ever existed cannot be brought in to reference for the fight. So, let's break these movies down.